Life is precious, and we all have the opportunity of living it to the fullest. Unfortunately, so few of us know how to manage it all. How do we account for our opportunities? How do we account for our time? How do we account for our relationships, health, spirituality, homes, finances, influence, and careers? How do we account for the one life we have to live? I am so glad you asked. In this program, you will find answers to all of these questions and more. Welcome to the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore.
What's happening? And welcome back today on the podcast, the best way to protect your business and your life. Hey, I'm going to share with you not just my opinion today. I'm going to share with you the opinion of the Almighty God from the Word of God. And I've got a couple of things I'm going to share. So I'm super excited about today, but today is the best way to protect your business. And it's not taxes. It's not legacy planning. It's not any of those things, right? So here it is. I'm the accountant. I'm the healthy accountant, and, help people protect themselves from taxes all the time. But today it has nothing to do with taxes. It has nothing to do with the trust, or it has nothing to do with LLCs and structure. None of that. It has everything to do with the absolute one thing that we can do to protect ourselves. So Proverbs 22 has a lot of excellent, I'm talking about amazing things in it. And in today's lesson, I'm going to actually go back to Proverbs 18 just to kind of set the stage, because it's going to give you an understanding of what we're talking about with this protection. Proverbs 18 in verse 10, it says, and I'm reading from the message, from the Message version. God's name is a place of protection. Good people can run there and be safe. It also says in the King James, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. So the best way to protect our life, our business is what? Is to run to the name of God, is to find safety in his name. See, what is the name of God? Like, seriously, do we even know the name of God? It says in, I think it's Exodus 20, and I think 1 or 2, whatever it is, Exodus 20:12, starting out is where we can find those first commandments. When we first start hearing commandments, the 10 commandments, it says, don't take the name of the Lord in vain. What is the name of God? What is his name? What is God's name? And I've talked about this before, but today we're going to get a brand new revelation of who God's name is, because it says, don't take the name of the Lord in vain. It says, and today we're going to protect ourselves. We want to protect our business. We want to protect our life. So it says, don't take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. What is his name? Is it Yahweh? Yeah. Is it, Jireh, Jehovah, right? Nisi, Eskatu. I may mess it up. God has a lot of names. But what name should we pay most attention to when we're talking about don't take the name of the Lord God in vain? Here's the name. You know how you want to do something in life, and, it's like, oh, I want to ride a bike. Oh, I can ride a bike, right? Oh, man. But before we can ride the bike, right, we got to become something. I am a bike rider. I am a person who works out. I am a person who does 500 push-ups every single day. I am if you're a vegan, I'm not vegan. I am a vegan. I'm a carnivore. I'm a man of God. So what's God's name? God's name is simple. I am, and then what you put after it becomes who you are. So we want to protect ourselves. We want to protect our lives. We want to protect our business. We want to protect our families. What have we said after I am? God's name is a place of protection. Good people run there and are safe, or can be safe. I looked up my name back in 2020 because the name is everything, right? 2020, I looked it up. I was super excited. I have a notebook around here I have so many notebooks, and I'm not sure what box it's in. But I looked up my name, and that's when I really got a revelation of some things. I was just like, all these years, I didn't know who I am. I didn't know my name. I didn't know what weight came behind my name. And so I had looked it up, so I knew something about my name. Then I was in a conversation in June of 2020. I did this initial thing in February. So it's June 2020. I met a woman in the 100X community, and we were talking in our messenger on Facebook, because we had met each other during I think one of the challenges, and she was having some second thoughts about some things that she wanted to do, but and I was just kind of talking to her about what she wanted to do. Technically, it wasn't I couldn't convince her to do anything, but I was just talking about what she wanted to do. And so she had a huge revelation behind the conversation that really pointed her in the right direction. And she was like, oh my goodness, this is awesome. And then she comes back in my DM and she says, hey, I was doing some research on some stuff, and I just so happened to look your name up. And she says, I looked your name up, and this is what it means. She said, it means prosperity. It means career and money. It means life's opportunities. It means not one to pass up a chance for advancement. He will go far. We don't always know why we get a name. We don't always understand what's driving us in our life. That day when I saw that, I had to go back to my DM today, because I went back to my DM. I said, you know what? I remember she said some things, and I really want to put my eyes on it. So I put my eyes on it again for, I don't know how many times, and I know I've written it down, but this time I took it back, took it out of the DM, put it in the document. I said, I want to memorialize this, because this is me. And the fact that it's 2024 and I have decided that I'm going to really work. Hey, if you didn't catch, I've decided to really work. Go back and check that episode of the podcast. I was singing in that episode, I have decided to follow Jesus, but it wasn't really about that. But it's about becoming, right? It's about, the thing that you're supposed to do. So when you think about your name packs instructions. My wife, Jenny, she goes by Jenny, but her name is Genome. Almost don't want to call her Jenny anymore. I'm going to start just calling her Genome. Why? Because her name is everything. Genome. I did a little research on Google, and it was two words that the scientists came up with. The two words, it was Genesis. No, it was gene, right? It was gene, and it was Sonoma, something like that. I'm probably getting it wrong, but he brought two words together as he was making this proclamation or assumption about what he was coming up with when he said that, the human genome means body of genes, right? Complete set of instructions is what her name means. And then Genesis, the beginning of. The Genesis part I hadn't seen before. The beginning of. And I says, man, that's steep. What has to begin with Genome? Like, what is Genome supposed to be doing that begins with her? And I'm getting this revelation. And as I'm getting this revelation, just this morning, actually yesterday, I had a quick conversation with her, just talking, usually I get these ideas, and I told her, I get ideas, honey, and I just have these ideas. Here's the thing, but she can take the ideas and run with the ideas, because she has the instructions. Now she's going to need some guidance, but when she has the instructions, she goes. Names, right? And so as I looked up my name and looked up her name, and I'm really focused on my name. Then here it is. We're in Proverbs 22. And the first verse in Proverbs 22 says, a good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. The best way to protect your business and your life first is God's name is a protection, a place of protection. I am a son of God. Then it says a good name is more desirable. So here's the thing. As long as I got a name about something, I don't need any money, because the name will produce everything I need. So when I'm seeing this, I'm saying always my name is prosperity. Wait. So I don't have to try and conjure up any scheme. I don't have to conjure up anything about anything, because it's me already. I had a friend, shout out to a friend of mine, Julia Winston. She wrote a really amazing book. If you haven't gotten it, or if you don't even know who she is, it's called Pray the Kingdom Way. Pray the Kingdom Way. And it's on Amazon. Go get it, right? Pray the Kingdom Way. And I met Julia in person a couple of years ago. And one of the things that Julia said to me was this, that really, it messed my head up a little bit, because, people can say things to you and you have to really process it. She says, Jay, money is in your blood. See, this is not because I grew up with money. This is not because I was blessed to be, to have all the money. This is not because I already have it all in the banks. She just says it's in you. It's flowing through you. Another part of my name says career and money. Career and money. Life's opportunities. What? That's big. That's huge. So if this is true, just say it is. Let's just say it's true. That it actually means that what she said is true. I have money in my blood just flowing through. What if it is true? It says not one to pass up a chance for advancement. That means that once I know something, oh wow, I can just go for it. Why am I using all this today? I'm talking about my own name. I don't even know your name. I don't know who's watching today. I can't talk about your name. All I can do is talk about the name of God, which is I am. And that's the power that he gives us. So if you're going to take away something from this program today, you're going to take away the fact that you can use God's name to protect yourself. I am rich. God is rich. That's all it says. God is rich. So I'm going to just say, if God is rich, I'm rich. I am strong. I am powerful. I am loving. I am everything that God said I am. I am. So we can use the protection that God has already given us. So that's what you can do. But then from doing that, we can just realize that, hey, as long as I have a good name, as long as I got a good name, I don't need any money. My name will produce the results that I need. So, today, what's today? Today's Monday. And, a lot of times people start the week and it's humdrum. Like this happens all the time. Most people that have, regular jobs, like yesterday we talked about, you want to avoid mediocre things and mediocre results. But a lot of times people have jobs and they complain about their jobs. They complain about the good that they have in their life. But why would you do that? See, because at the end of the day, we have the power. If I protect myself with the name of God and I value the name that I have, then it won't be hard to get everything that I need. 2024 is going to be, it's already started, and I think it's a very pivotal year. It's a pivotal year for you. It's a pivotal year for me. It's one of these years that I was listening to Ice Cube, not in any of his music, but he was on a podcast. He was on, School of Greatness with Lewis Howes. And so, as I was listening to it, as I was in the gym listening to it. And I think he said something on his podcast that made me think. It was like, hey, like, you got to be serious. Like, you got to take opportunities serious, because if you don't take them serious, then you won't get the results that you're looking for. Like, so think about Ice Cube. Yeah, Ice Cube. Let's think about his career, and they talk about his career throughout this podcast. Ice Cube was a rapper. They called it gangster rap, but here's the thing: he was just rapping about the environment that he lived in, right? Then from a rapper, he becomes an actor, but the story around him becoming an actor is bananas. John Singleton, the movie maker, God rest his soul, John Singleton was in film school at USC, like his junior year, and he was like, hey, he met Ice Cube. He was like, hey, I want you to be in my movie. I'm writing a movie, and I want you in the movie. When I graduate school, I'm gonna make this movie. Ice Cube was already, he was doing this thing or whatever. John Singleton was a kid, like he was just in school. But it all came to fruition. And John held up his end of the bargain. Ice Cube came in. Ice Cube didn't realize it was John Singleton's movie. He comes in. He was like, oh, shoot. He comes in because his manager had given him the script and they wanted him to be in the movie. And so he goes and he's going to try out. And he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. John said, all right, look, man, you hadn't even looked at the script. I'm going to give you one more shot. He said, and from that moment on, he took opportunities serious. Because do you realize what happened? What happened because he took that one opportunity serious is that it was all the movies that he was in, but the movies that he made. John helped him and encouraged him and helped him to basically write his own script. This dude has written tons of movies. Like, he's done music, he's done movie, and now he's in sport with the big three, with all the ex-NBA players. And there's so much more to unpack there. But a name, right? The best way to protect your name. So if you're going to do something today or start today, if we were going to say, you know what, I'm going to make 2024 the beginning, the best it could be, and then we're going to go beyond that. How would we do that? How would we have to start? First thing is we got to protect ourselves with the I am statements. Got to protect. That's the protection. That's God's protection in our life. Then, in order to have a good name, you got to build a good name. How do you build a good name? One, you got to know your name. You got to know who you are. Right? Because look, if we're chasing what other people want, if we're chasing things that doesn't actually go with our name and who we're supposed to be, and not even who we're supposed to be, who we are, if we're chasing things that doesn't go with that, then how do you build that good name where it's really more valuable than silver and gold and rubies? How do you do it? Just like my name, prosperity. You want to be prosperous? Hang around. Career and money. You want to change your career. You want to go into a career. You want more money? Hang around me. Life's opportunities. Hey, you want to understand opportunities? You want to be able to get into different things? Hang around me. not one to pass up a chance for advancement, he will go far. You want to go far in your life? You want to understand how to basically not overlook things that would advance your life? Hang around me. That's my name. That's who I am. That's who I'm declaring I am today. So if you're watching this podcast today, and maybe it's the first time or the second or the third, whenever time, and you got it this far, I'm telling you, if any of those things are attractive to you, I'm just saying it with certainty, absolute certainty. I am the one that can help. Because I'm prosperity. I am career and money. I am life's opportunities. I am the one that does not pass up a chance to advance, because I will go far. That's Japheth. That's who he is, right? The healthy accountant, that guy's a little bit different. But Japheth has all the goods. So I'm excited. I'm excited because when you know yourself and when you know your name, when you know who God said you are, when you protect yourself with God's name, what do you get? You get protection, and you can run into God's name and be safe. So that's all we got today, guys. If you are watching on YouTube, Facebook, listening on the podcast platforms, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you take these lessons, put them to work so that you can account for your life. My name is Japheth Moore, the healthy accountant, helping you to account for your life. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Thanks for joining us, listening friends. We are so glad you invested this time with us. Always remember, you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest. This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.